Hi guys, so I'm back with another video. This is going to be my updated foundation routine slash contour routine. So I'm gonna get right into it. I'm gonna moisturize my face. My face feels kind of dry. I'm gonna moisturize my face with Clinique's Dramatically Different Moisturizing Lotion. I do very much like this right now, but I feel like my skin changed a little bit. It's still dry, but I feel like it's a little more normal to dry than as dry as it was. So I was wondering if you guys have any recommendations for really good moisturizers. I was thinking about trying like a beauty oil, but I don't know what I want to do. So if you guys have any suggestions, let me know. Also, I have my eyes on first. I always usually do my eyes first because I never know what I'm gonna do with my eyes, like ever. Because I don't know, I just never know what I'm gonna do when I sit down. It's my eyes first just in case they're really smoky, so I don't have to clean up any eyeshadow fallout or anything like that. Well, after that moisturizer, I'm going to use my Smashbox Photo Finish Primer. This guy here. I have used other primers before, like the Makeup Forever primer and what else? What was the other one? Makeup Forever primer. I've used the Benefit Professional primer. I just feel like this one has been always really good and has kept my makeup on really well. So I've been loving two foundations lately. I'm going to actually mix them today because my forehead is drier than the rest of my face. So I'm actually going to use Luminous Silk by Giorgio Armani on my forehead, and I'm going to be using Makeup Forever HD on the rest of my face. Weird. I do love both foundations. This is a 7 I'm using, number 7. It's kind of light, or actually it's more pinkish, and I'm not crazy about it, so I think I gotta get the 6.5. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do Luminous Silk on my forehead, and I'm gonna do Makeup Forever on the rest of my face. I'm gonna be using a Morphe G6 brush. I really like this brush. I usually use the Urban Decay optical blurring one, but I like this brush too. So I'm gonna put this on my face here. Don't mind my little friends that came to play. They're just chilling. I think this is always such a weird process because it's like you're just dripping. Weird. I don't know. So I'm just going to blend this in. I just love how this foundation looks on the skin. It's just so nice. It looks pretty good. I'm just gonna mix it around more. That looks good. So now I'm going to be concealing with MUFE Pro Longwear Concealer. This guy's been my favorite for the summer because NW25 matches me perfect for summer. I never really use him in the winter though because he's really dark, and NW20 is a little light, so they need an NW22. Yeah. I'm gonna just pump this on my hand and I'm gonna dot it here. Wherever I need to conceal. But I do love this formula. I always have. Just stays on, doesn't move, really covers very well. But they need an NW22. Just need one. Good. Ending with my beauty blender here, and I'm just gonna blend that out. I do like to have the Pro Longwear sit a little bit in the skin just so it kind of blends a little better. So once I put it on, I kind of let it sit for a second and let it sink into the skin a little bit. But I'm just doing your average beauty blender motions. Just pressing it into the skin very rapidly. Next, I'm going to be taking MAC's Prep and Prime highlighter pen, and I'm going to also be taking the beloved Naked Skin Concealer from Urban Decay. I love this so much. I actually just ordered the equivalent color of the Pro Longwear in this one, and I want to test it out and see. I mean, I'm sure it's like amazing just like this one, because this one I use for highlighting. But I'm excited to use that every day now, because I always use this in the winter, and then once summer came around I was like, I can't really use you anymore unless I want to highlight like ridiculously. But I'm just putting the Bright Forecast under like those dark circles there. I'm gonna put it down my nose, on my chin, and just a little on the forehead as well. And I'm gonna take the Beauty Blender and blend that out. Blend that out there. And I'm gonna take the Naked Skin Concealer from Urban Decay, and I'm just gonna put this on the sides here. Sponge that along. Blend that out. So these areas are super highlighted. Kind of just using the bottom of the Beauty Blender just to like blend everything out so it doesn't look super harsh. You can hear my things. I sound like a tambourine over here. I should make my own band. Maybe one day. That looks pretty good. Just making sure everything's blended. Blending is key! Alright. I'm gonna be setting the concealer, and I'm gonna be using Laura Mercier's powder in translucent. This is a loose setting powder. Very much like this a lot. It's very, very easy in a sense because it's just not too yellow, it's not too white, it's not too anything. It's like perfect. So I'm gonna take some of this on a Morphe M438 brush. I'm just going to swipe this under here. I'm going to pat a little bit. I'm just going to do the usual setting. Beautiful. And now I'm going to contour my nose a little bit. And I'm going to be using the Kat Von D Shade and Light palette to do that. So I'm going to be taking this brush. It's just a synthetic flat brush. And I'm going to be using Sombre, the darkest shade there. And I'm going to contour my nose. I'm just gonna zoom you guys in so you can see. So I'm taking this little guy and I'm going to just make a V here on my nose here. As you could see, it doesn't have to be perfect. It could just be, you know, an outline, a simple outline. I try to be as straight as I can, but sometimes my arm likes to freak out and not be straight. So I'm just drawing a thin line. Yeah, look at that. That's pretty. That's nice. That's nice. So I'm just gonna go up to my brow. Kind of go closer to the bridge of your nose. Because if you just line here, like where this is, you're not really gonna make your nose look any smaller. You're gonna make it defined, but you're not really gonna make it look any smaller. So I'm just going to take the foundation brush that I use and just go down the nose a little bit, just to blend it out. And I do like to blend with my fingers as well. But I feel like blending with, that's why I don't set my nose, because I have to do this. And then I see these guys look weird, so I'm just gonna blend that out. Now I'm going to be taking my Makeup Forever, I was just gonna read the whole thing. My Makeup Forever powder. This is the Pro Finish powder in N155, the same color as the Makeup Forever foundation. And I'm gonna take a precision powder brush and just kind of dust this all over. I really, really do love these brushes right now. I'm just gonna zoom you guys out, sorry. I do really love, ooh, itchy. These Makeup Addiction brushes right now. They're really, really good. Super fluffy. The eyeshadow brushes, the Expert blender, and the, one of the other blenders, they're so fluffy and good, and like even when you use them a whole bunch of times with different colors, they don't get scratchy. And I found that the MAC brushes, sometimes like if you use them once, like they get scratchy, and I hate that feeling, and I feel like someone's scratching my face, and ugh, I just hate that feeling on your eyelid. You guys know what I'm talking about? When it's like and I'm just like basically. So now I'm going to be contouring my face. So I never really do liquid contouring because I just never really got into it. I like to do it on clients, but I really don't do it on myself because I feel like I can get an equal-ish look on my face with powder. And I've been addicted to like Anastasia Beverly Hills contour kit and Kat Von D's contour kit, and I just like can't let that addiction like go. So I've just been obsessed with using the powders. So I'm going to be using the Shade and Light today. I showed you guys how I use the Anastasia palette, so I'm going to use the Shade and Light. I'm going to use a Makeup Addiction brush. I'm going to use, it's actually the Precision Highlight brush, but I do like it for contouring as well. So it's this guy, just looks like that. I'm going to be taking Sombre, and I'm going to just lightly tap there and start to contour. It's very easy to go hard on this contour with this palette because the pigmentation is very high, so I like to just barely tap on it so I don't get too much pigment. Okay, and I'm just staying in that area where you feel that like depth in your bone or in your skin, most likely, more likely. So just going, blending that out. Okay, and you have that line. Yeah! Okay. So I'm not going to bring this anywhere else but my cheekbones because I like the rest of the face to be more bronzed. So I'm going to be using my Too Faced Chocolate Soleil bronzer. Okay? This is one of my favorite bronzers because it is matte, so if I don't feel like using a kit, I go right to my Too Faced and I go, hey, Too Faced bronzer, do you want to contour today? And they say nothing because they're a powder. So I'm going to be taking an old Sephora brush that's been with me from the beginning. This is a angled synthetic blush brush. It's the 130 brush. It's probably discontinued, unfortunately. But I'm just going to be tapping that in there. And I'm just going to add some warmth to my cheeks. And I go heavy on the bronzer, okay? I really go heavy, especially this bronzer. I go heavy, I go hard. What is with my singing today? Why am I going crazy? So I'm gonna do the top of my head. Gonna do the temples. Ooh, yes. Yes. Bring it down, bring it down. Next, I'm going to be using, again, the Shade and Light palette. I'm going to be like adding some highlight. So I'm going to use the color Lucid. No. Yes? Yes. Ooh, sorry. Oh, I got my nail in it. Lucid, which is this orangey color here. And I'm going to use a fluffy, squared off, whatever you want to call this, fluffy, flat brush. And I'm going to kind of highlight under here. Bring it up. Highlight under here, bring it up. Do a little on the nose. Just a little. Okay. And I'm going to kind of sharpen that contour under there. Take that angled brush again. I'm just going to do this. This is Melba by MAC, and I really do love this blush. And it's just the perfect kind of rose color. Yeah? What do you guys think? I think so. Just super rosy, not too orange, not too pink, not too red. I saw Nicole Guerrero use it and I'm like, oh yeah, gonna get that. Oh, sorry Mila. She's like, what the hell are you throwing blushes at me for? I should be in a musical. What's happening today? So, I usually like to finish my eyes, but I'm just gonna finish everything else before, because I have like white eyelashes right now from my concealer. So I'm just going to finish off my face before I do that. So I'm using my favorite right now. This is the Makeup Forever Pro Sculpting Duo in number 2. And can we just have a moment of silence for this? Do you see this highlight? Do you? Do you? It's pretty extreme. Yeah. I'm gonna first use this super creamy bronzer. I just love the texture of it. It's super nice. So I'm going to take actually the contour brush that I used before from Makeup Addiction and kind of warm my cheeks up a little more, warm that contour up. Oh, it just gives a nice warmth to the face even more. I love it. I love it. I love it. Love it. Love it. Okay, now moving on to the highlight. I'm going to be using the Morphe M501 brush. What is happening here? What is happening here? Holy crap. I love this highlighter. It's just, there's no words. That's why I'm so quiet, because I'm just watching the magic happen on my face. I'll fix it with the brush. It's a little cray because I go overboard on highlight. Do you like my blush face? How creepy is that? The excess and just like go on my forehead. I just love this. Ooh, I'm a disco ball, disco ball, disco ball. I'm a shiny disco ball, shiny disco ball, shiny disco ball. So I'm going to just rehydrate my face with Fix Plus by MAC. Ooh, this smells so good. I should have got the other scents that they came out with, and I didn't, like an idiot. So I'm gonna finish off my eyes and then we'll talk a little bit, okay? Be right back. Moving on to lips. I'm gonna be using Hover by MAC along with a new color called Persistence, and this is just like a brown pink, really brown pink. I'm gonna be using Persistence, which is a super pretty reddish brown. Yes, super pretty. I wasn't sure if I like this color, and then I saw it in person. I was like, whoa. That concludes this tutorial. I hope you guys have enjoyed my updated routine, and yeah, I'm super happy with it. So yay. So if you guys haven't not subscribed to me yet, please do, and like this video if you, well, thumb this video up if you liked it. Post your suggestions below on what you want to see next. A lot of people said that they want to see like a get to know me video, so does that mean you want me to answer some questions, or I don't know, comment below. Hope you guys have enjoyed this video, and I will see you in my next one. Bye guys! As I was finishing up filming, I look on the floor and I see a whole bunch of little black things. remember the tool that I had in my hand blending my concealer? The last bit of blender that I had in my collection because I threw all my other ones out because they were old. Yep, my dog just decided to rip it up. And I can't really scold her because it fell on the floor and I declined to pick it up because I was too lazy. And now it's gone. R.I.P.